Today, we return to the adventures of Caius, Spellsword, Courier, Eternal Champion, and presently not entirely sure what quest he is on. Ah, yes. Princess Morgaya of Wayrest has asked me to deliver a letter to the King of Worms at the Necromancers of Scourge Barrow in the Dragentail Mountains. She is said to avoid the rift, whatever that is. If I see it, I have gone too far. She wants a reply back in a month. Now, as nice as it would be to do some other tasks, clearly a month is not a long time for a journey this long. That is a very long travel time. That one's lit makes me think it's probably the one I should be looking for. I see. Yes, but how do I get out? This one I'm going to take some notes for. So we've got a green banner and a red banner. I may need to use my levitation here. There's no other secret passages, so... Quite the jump. Apparently the King of Worms does not want me to join in. Maybe I can just climb. Ow. Oh, Jesus. Alright, so this raises an interesting question as to how I get out of here. Obviously, I can take advantage of levitation, but someone who doesn't. Surprise! Okay, something's casting. If it opens the door, I can get a drop on it. no secret passages in there either, so... Oh boy, another drop. Is there a torch or something that I can use? This will likely hurt. You're joking. Yeah, I could levitate my way out, but why bother? Again, still looking for any secret passages. Ow! Probably should have considered a turn undead spell of some kind. Alright, well, we're off to a good start. Take them one at a time, see if we can get the other one from behind. Good Lord. Don't remember zombies being this difficult. Maybe I should save before I do this jump. Does close off the possibility of going back down the red banner again, but... Ugh. These stairs are a death trap. Actually, don't quite see why I can't go up them. Yeah, to jump my way up those anyways. Oh, Jesus. easy wins. Something open this. Sneaky. As well load it. We may not get very far tonight. More enemies like this. There's a side of me that assumes that if I'm looking for the King of Worms, I'll be underground. I can't use that, unfortunately, but I can at least sell it. Probably should have looked at that other room before anyway. More paralysis, just what this game needs. That's it.
Well met, stranger. Ghosts have been haunting the streets of Daggerfall.
Do you have anything to do with that? You must know something about the necromancers.
None that I know of.
I think you're lying. What do you know about the necromancers?
The necromancers are wizards, like the Mages Guild, but far, far more secretive. Their goals and their activities are whispered about. No one but the necromancer knows for certain what they are.
Go on.
Well, you must know
something about the Underking.
Since I have nothing nice to say.
I think he's right there. Ah! This religion isn't so bad. What about the Underking? How are you, Marishsai? You must know something about the Underking.
If you must know, I'll tell you. According to some stories, the Underking was once a powerful wizard who gave up his heart for some worthy enterprise. The heart disappeared, so the Underking cannot die or really live. But his minions do his bidding with fanatical devotion, supposedly still searching for his heart.
Do you know anything about the necromancers?
Can't think of anything.
How are you doing? Do you know anything of the Underking?
I can help you with that. The Underking may be nothing more than a myth, but his minions are very real. The common people of Tamriel definitely believe in the Underking and fear him greatly.
No, let me up. Let me up. Let me up. Oh, for... I probably should have saved when I found that room. And I lost the pauldron. So obviously I know where the, well, I actually don't know that that's my destination, but it sure seems like it. Oh wow, they had the exact same armor. I didn't know that. So the good news is I can do a little exploring here afterwards and know my way back. I am amazing. What do you know of the necromancers?
The necromancers are the dark mirror of the Mages Guild, powerful magicka casters who are masters of the most corruptive and daedric of spells. They are said to be led by a man they call the King of Worms. According to common rumor, he is thousands of years old and is not aging at all.
What can you tell me of the Underking?
To be honest, I know nothing about that, Caius. I'm very sorry.
Canadian necromancers. What can you tell me of the Underking?
If you must know, I'll tell you. The Underking may be nothing more than a myth, but his minions are very real.
I've heard that before.
King of Worms, I agree to your terms. I will give you my first, and you will exert your influence on the King of First Hold on Somerset Isle.
I'm gonna make notes of this.
Only you can let him speak with his dead son. For that, he would even marry Nulfaga.
I did not just read your mail.
Very good. If you are not rewarded with death by the loyal servants of Barrow, please give this note to Princess Morgai, please. Well met, stranger.
What can you tell me of the Underking?
Excuse me, the Underking. No idea one way or the other.
What about the necromancers? I wonder if he has any opinions of the Mages Guild. Alright, well, mission accomplished. Now we need to still get out of here, though. So I got very lucky in deciding to go lower. I'm gonna head the only other path I would have gone.
Princess, done, King of Worms.
Wait, is this really this small? Suppose it makes sense that I found the King of Worms that quickly. Though with the luck I'll find some kind of an elevator. Oh wait, there's whole other areas that I didn't. Oh, I got very lucky. So what I want to do here is try and preserve as much mana as I can for my levitation potion. Because I do actually want to get out of here in good time. I don't want to spend the whole time resting. See ya. see what's down there, but not, not at the cost of a big drop. Well, I mean, this is what the save button is for. Let's see if I can make this work. Oof. Good God. Like I said, that's why we have save. So we'll see if we can find a way down there. We've already been this way, so if there's a passage to that lower area, it has to be through this other room. Damn it. I think that thing might be a little too strong for me. Jesus. I was hoping to do something like this, but I just don't have the mana for it. I realize this is not the most exciting thing in the world to watch, but I am really curious whether or not I can get through one of these guys. So the only other thing I can think of would be invisibility. To just see what's in those rooms. Worth a try. And another one. Whoa. It is very unlikely I'm going to survive this. Never mind. This is, this is a small dilemma. Oh, crap. Let me out. Oh, Jesus. Run. Of your lives. There's no way that I can... God damn it. Alright, I'm determined to make something of this now. I'm gonna be testing to see where I can rest quite a bit. Somebody's casting. Oh no. Excuse me, one moment. Yes. As expected, nothing of value in this room. Now we get to fight another one of these things. It did nothing. My big challenge is that in order to get my mana pool up, I've been focusing on intelligence, but willpower determines both the success as well as the casting cost. Alright, I think it needs to... So I think this thing needs to be in range to be able to cast paralysis. So we'll see if we can dodge it. Oh, damn it, I didn't want to do that. I know I fat-fingered the raising skills button. I don't know if that was a bug or not, but I'm really happy it happened. Rats. Oh, flying rats. Right, we've already covered these. I definitely feel that some of the things you run into here are quite a bit overpowered for the level that they make it available. I don't know what happens if you don't have levitation, and obviously... Oh God. I also need to find that vampire again. So there are clearly other parts that we've not yet explored. Whether or not we have direct access to them is another question. But I want to head back to that unfinished business with the vampire. Found her. Probably should have saved though, because these guys are tough. And there's a stairway of death. So I'll try and fight her into that main room so I can strafe a little bit better. fancy. Almost as fancy as the footwork. Alright, so presumably we've gone everywhere we can. That doesn't involve going down that giant pit. But my curiosity is getting the better of me. So I'm going to do one save here. So normally the way that I would handle what I'm going to do right now would be I would rest up to get enough mana to levitate to the bottom of this. Oh, assuming I find it again. Not 100% sure if I want to go through all that effort or if I'll just do a little exploratory run. Right, I think I went. Apparently I find it easier to find the end goal than I do to find my distractions. Alright, here we go. So I am a little curious if there's a way to actually walk down. Because it almost seems like it. Holy smokes, there is. Can see where the cavern goes before I go back up.
freshly drawn map indicates the long-lost location of the ruins of Vormik Tower, which you copy down.
And I will do the same. I think one day we're gonna dedicate ourselves to ransacking all of the towers that I find. Finest elven craftsmanship. I think I'll skip going up there. What in heaven's name is in there? Somebody just shot me with something. What? What in the blazes is this thing? That was probably a troll. Alright, now I'm really curious, but I'm pretty sure that's a troll. Alright, whatever it is, we are keeping that door closed. I'm gonna go find the closest book on Daedroths. I think it might have found me. I think that's the third time I've hit that, so for those of you keeping track at home, fortunately I think this one I can get away with, I can actually probably just do a reload. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm not locked into any decisions, and I don't need to go any further, so I'll make sure I don't get my unfair skill bonus. My old nemesis is in the other room. Nope, another map.
Freshly drawn maps indicates a long-lost location of the ruins of Sharakon Palace. Which you copy down.
Okay, so there's obviously more levels somewhere here, but I'm not going to seek out new things to fight too rigorously. It's the spells that get you. How many are there? sticking with it. Always wanted a nice manly skirt. Alright, let's see what's down below before we go any further. This is definitely good for the loot. But I don't want to go too much further. Game did it, so I feel a lot better about how I got here. To use the heals as much as I can, just so I have my levitate available. Obviously, there is no point in trying to push this any more than it has to be. Again, this will be wonderful for the pocketbook, which is sort of the reason we're doing this. But if ever it gets too tedious, or if I get too lost, we can always abandon this in favor of a journey home and reaping our reward. This is probably not a wise idea. There's a side of me that does not want to go into all of these rooms just because of the incredible pain it will be to try and figure out how to leave. That's not a sorcerer. Why do I need to climb these stairs? Oh yeah. Curiously, they could hear me jumping. What the hell is this? Whoops. I think the best call is to explore as many of those rooms as possible, and then when I get back to that crosswalk, find a way to get back down. There's obviously lots more to see and do, but I think at this point, an hour in this place, especially with so many reloads, is enough. Ah, hell. This may be a little more difficult than anticipated. If the gargoyle finds me, this is a bad day. Oh, yeah. Alright. Alright, now we go back and face our fears. This is probably not a smart idea to save in this state, because there could be a lot of things that make this impossible, but I'm making the bet. Okay, the gargoyle hasn't found me yet. Hopefully fairy dragon scales are not too important. Can't believe I'm doing this. Alright, let's find an easy way down. Oh, nuts! So again, obviously there's unfinished business back there, but I think the gargoyle's too big of a threat to make it worthwhile. Well, will you look at that? This place is just full of surprises. Suppose I'll have to find a succulent someplace else. Damn it. Probably gonna have to take this sword to the blacksmith before too long. God. I should probably get out of the habit of using like my one really dedicated save when there are monsters on the screen. I remember with one of these things, you could like touch them and take damage for some unknown reason. see if there's a lazy way to get down here. Oh, looks like there is. Well, some damage, but not enough to call it. Alright, so I believe, unless I want to go back to where the gargoyle was and really investigate it, that's all I've got for here. So now I need to find a way to walk up the walls. Come on, you can do it. There we go. There is a side of me that wants to take the save and see what other things I missed in this place. But I've had more than enough fun in these halls. And I'm also letting the days go by, so we were given this. It's the 29th of Frostfall. So we've spent 2 days inside this dungeon. But before we go, we must do the, well, actually, so there's the one important step, which is actually getting out of here. I seem to be stuck in midair. What? Oh, for God's sake. Dirty pool, old man. I like it. So before we finish this, we will do our tradition.
Now, I normally struggle to read this in Caius's voice, and I don't normally do non-Caius things. So from now on, as disappointing as it will be, I will be reading the books in my own voice. If you have strong feelings about really wanting to hear them in the Caius voice, let me know, and I will do my best. But I have a feeling that I'm not necessarily satisfying anybody by necessarily doing it in that voice, and it's definitely limiting me. Of course, I've only been reacting to events with that voice anyway, so let me know how you feel about it. But for now, a history of Daggerfall. There is sufficient archaeological evidence for the modern historian to believe that there has been some variety of human settlement in the city-state of Daggerfall starting at least 1,000 years before recorded history. The first use of the name Daggerfall to refer to an area around the current capital was most probably in the 246th year of the First Era. The north half of the Iliac Bay, in fact, all of the current province of High Rock, was conquered by invading Nords who brought a rough sort of civilization with them. One of the first civilized acts of the Nords performed was a census, the so-called Book of Life. Listed on page 933 of the book is this entry. North of the highest bluffs, south of the moors, west of the hills, and east of the sea is called Daggerfall. 110 men, 93 women, 13 children under 8 years of age, 58 cows, 7 bulls, 63 chickens, 11 cocks, 38 hogs live here. Nearly 4,000 years after this census was taken, we can see that these 216 people have multiplied heartily. The last census, in the year 3rd Era 401, lists the population at over 110,000. It's always difficult to find an exact number, but the capital city of Daggerfall certainly outnumbers her rivals, Sentinel and Wayrest. It has been a consistent, if not actually helpful, amusement of historians to find the origin of place names. Daggerfall, by tradition, is said to refer to the knife the first chieftain threw to form the borders of his lands, but there are other legends that may have equal validity. The Daggerfall entry from the Book of Life actually supports one theory about the reason for Daggerfall's longevity. The people were coastal fishermen, but they also found the land itself sufficiently rich to support raising livestock. This inclination of the early citizenry towards reinforcing their principal products brought stability from a fickle land. Daggerfall thrived during the years of the Skyrim occupancy. When the Wild Hunt killed King Borges of Winterhold in First Era 369, the Northlands engaged in a war of succession, and Skyrim, greatly weakened, lost her holdings in High Rock and Morrowind. The Iliac Bay had become important strategically, and Daggerfall began to expand her military. There were multiple opportunities for her to exercise the army and navy during the Direni conflicts with the force of the Elysian Reform. The Direnis were native Bretons, and Bretons are hardly ever given to excessive religion. Daggerfall became a minor base of operations for the Direnis and their allies Raven Direni, the enchantress whose magic helped secure the final victory over the Elysians in the Glenumbra Moors, was one of the earliest occupants of Castle Daggerfall. Over the centuries that followed, the Direnis fell into obscurity, but Daggerfall continued her growth. In the First Era 609, King Thagor of Daggerfall defeated an army of Glenpoint and became the preeminent economic, cultural, and military force in southern High Rock, a position the kingdom has precariously kept ever since. Ironically, it was another successful military exercise 370 years later that ended Daggerfall's monopoly of bay trade, the annihilation of the Orcish capital, Ursinium, by a joint effort of Daggerfall and the new kingdom of Sentinel, and the now extinct order of Daigana. The scattering of the orcs from the southeastern High Rock made the river route to the bay more accessible. The tiny village of Wayrest grew like a flower that no longer feared the moe. In 20 years, Wayrest's trade profits equaled Daggerfall's. In 40 years, Wayrest was the acknowledged master of Iliac Bay trade. In 120 years, Wayrest became the Kingdom of Wayrest. The Kingdom of Sentinel did not exhibit Wayrest's aggrandizement during the First Era. The Red Guards were warriors learning the way of merchants, and their land was enemy enough to keep their population checked. Indeed, the number of people in all areas of the Iliac Bay was halved once in the First Era by the Thracian Plague, once again by the War of Righteousness, and a third time by the invading Akavari. If Daggerfall had not spent its first 1,000 years preparing for the battles of the next 1,000 years, it is indeed conceivable that Iliac Bay today might be Akavarian. The Second Era, like the latter part of the First Era, is a tapestry of wars, insurrections, and plagues. Daggerfall, Sentinel, and Wayrest continued to expand and improve their military and economic positions in the bay. Daggerfall and Wayrest would transpose positions as the major trading center of the bay, and Daggerfall and Sentinel likewise bandied over who was the superior military power. Iliac Bay has continued to hold an important position in the imperial government of the Third Era. Rarely allies, though the combined armies in opposition to the Comoran usurper by the 3rd century of the Third Era is a notable exception. But not always enemies, Daggerfall, Sentinel, and Wayrest have weathered the storms of contention, plague, famine, and pestilence. The recent war of Bettany was typical of Iliac Bay warfare, sincere, frighteningly violent, and peaceably resolved.
Should probably hang on to that. should be. Alright, so I'm gonna have to go out and around. At some point I should also stop by a pawn shop to sell everything, but maybe I'll make sure that there's a mage's guild nearby to be able to take advantage of the money I've got. I'll maybe talk with the others once I've spoken to the queen.
It's done! I'll be the Queen of Firsthold, although I'm sure the engagement will be quite lengthy. Now, I promised you information about the Emperor's letter. The letter you seek is in the hands of Gortwog, the warlord of the Orcs. He brought it from the Thieves' Guild of Daggerfall after one of their number stole it from Queen Akubai. I confess I don't know why the Emperor sent it to Akubai. That's right. Aupkai. The girl is innocent to a fault, and everyone knows that Gothrid is not the loyal Empire toady that Lysandus was. Of course, my own family... Well, enough of this boring court gossip. If you really want to find this letter, you should get in good with Mensiria, the former Queen of Daggerfall, and Queen Mother to Gothrid. I wouldn't directly approach her. Start with someone of a lower station.
That's a lot to write down, so... So I'll be back to Daggerfall when the time comes.
Well met, stranger. Any news? King Gothrid seems pretty pleased with a dark elf mercenary, but won't say why. Well met, stranger. If it weren't for Morgaya's reputation, Wayrest would embrace her brother. Good day to you, Caius.
They have a Princess Morgaya in Blackbath, huh? If memory serves, if I go to the wrong place, I wind up getting killed.
I need a courier, Caius, but no common jelly-armed, gas-headed pox of a mercenary will do. I have a letter of utmost importance to be delivered to a high dignitary who will be defended against unwelcome intrusion. In return for this, I will not only reward you with a warhammer, I will also put in a positive word with you with the King and Queen of Wayrest. But I will give you some information of the affair with Daggerfall I doubt you would receive elsewhere. Does this sound like an agreeable arrangement?
Yes, it does.
Excellent. Meet me here this time tomorrow, and I will give you the letter and the name and location of the recipient. The Mages Guild member? I thought so. Glad to help. The question of succession has been a distraction for Lord Castleton terribly. All right. Theodval Kingling has been telling everyone about some dark elf who saved his research. Hey, that was you, right?
I don't want to brag. More about the acolyte, which, fair enough. This place is pretty unforgiving. So I'll see if I can get that mission again.
The Mages Guild is the official center of magical study in Tamriel. Most major towns have a bureau of the guild where they sell spells and magical items in addition to their studies.
Just a random dungeon in the middle of... Well, I mean, it makes sense that there's a dungeon in the castle, but... So I don't think I'm going to spend too much time here, but I am very curious. Seems like a lot of security for just a lantern. Anyways, we'll wait the one day. I'll do some studies at the Mages Guild and otherwise take care of my affairs. It's 1 hour before the Mages Guild opens, and then a day to do work, so...
That's the right person. Just look for it. It'd be easiest if I just marked it on your map.
Thank you, that saves a lot of trouble. And do you know where I can find a pawn shop? Alright, both to the south. Really makes it very difficult to find these places. I suppose as fog is wont to do.
The shop is better appointed than many. Its wares lie neatly on the shelves. Although not fit for a king, they are skillfully crafted.
Should identify this first. I don't need more than one oil.
Give you the price I only offer to my closest friends and family. The market value of that is much less, but I think I can give you 9,727 gold.
I'm rich. Alright, now I need to find a weaponsmith. I wonder if an armorer will I actually be able to do the well, we'll find out. That would be a good way to spend the day if I can.
The shop is laid out in a practical and straightforward manner. All the items seem to be of adequate construction.
Where did it go?
You've bargained me long and hard, Caius. Let us be done. I would normally charge you more, but I only ask 179 gold. Truly, it is but a pittance.
2 days, damn it. Oh, well, it'll give me time to, it'll give me some time to practice at the Mages Guild.
Incense and soft music soothe your nerves as you cross the threshold. Each item in the shop is carefully mounted and displayed. Not the slightest defect can be detected on any item within. Allow me to be the first to offer my unreserved congratulations on your glorious ascension up the slippery hierarchy that is the Mages Guild. Now that you have achieved the rank of Evoker, you have access to the guild library. I can remember when I was first deemed worthy of such an honor. My eyes did not leave the printed page for 3 whole days. My advice is to take advantage of this as soon as possible. Once again, jolly good show, Caius.
I do want to buy spells, but I think I want to get training first.
That'll be 330 gold pieces. You've bartered it down to that.
I already knew that one. It was a waste. They really mean it about only getting access to the library in this rank.
Cost you 500. Do you wish to receive training?
Yes, I do.
You and the trainer practice for 3 hours. The trainer tells you to reflect on what you've learned and see if you can put it to good use.
So what I will do is rest at the inn. What this will give me time This will give me the time to go to the castle. I can train again, then I rest another day, and then after that I will basically each day I'll take advantage of the training. Stay there, but I think I want to get a little closer to the palace. Actually, I don't think it'll matter because I'm gonna have to go out and around anyway. Just one for now. So first priority is the castle. Just in case something nasty happens.
Hello again, Caius. Here is the letter. It is to be given to Lord Castilian, the head of the Elder Council, who is currently at his house in the Woodfield residence in Bailton. I need this letter delivered and you back here in no later than 14 days. That is essential. Like I mentioned before, Lord Castilian values his privacy to an excess. Be prepared for some resistance at your arrival in the Woodfield residence. I would ask that you not read the letter, as it is private correspondence. If word of its contents gets out, I will blame you.
Okay, we're totally reading this now.
My dear Lord Castilian, forgive this rough delivery, but it would have been impolitic to approach you at the palace with this potential problem. Unfortunately, your much-deserved vacation will have to be temporarily suspended until this matter is settled. I refer to your sister, Lady Pacifa. For years, she has been one of the most glamorous figures at all of Wayrest court, the darling of all who appreciate beauty and grace. Rather recently, rumors have circulated that the gold she has spent on her gowns and jewels could not have possibly have come from her husband, who is at present impecunious. Distasteful conjectures followed, none of which is worth the ink I would use for recitation. To be quite blunt, a person, who must remain anonymous, postulated to me that you were borrowing funds from the royal treasury to support your sister's extravagance. Of course, I defended your honor, but copies of the royal books were produced that seemed to support the allegation. I am thus uncertain of the best procedure to take next. Do not doubt, sir, that I am convinced of your integrity as a senior member of the Elder Circle of Wayrest. I only wished for the matter of the financial records to be straightened, so that they are brought to Edware's attention. If they are brought to Edware's attention, they can be confidently defended. Please send a reply with this trusted courier. I would prefer to meet with you as soon as possible, of course. Very truly yours, Elseth. Oh. Caius, greetings and salutations. I hope your trip was uneventful. They say that you are keenly interested in the haunting of Daggerfall. My father and King Lysandus were somewhat close. You should come visit me. I might be able to shed some light upon recent events involving Lysandus.
Okay, Sentinel next. I do also want to go back to Daggerfall at some point to follow up on the letter, but Sentinel would be closer. So again, we'll take advantage of the fact it will take a day to get my sword. We'll train at the Mages Guild. We'll rest for the evening, and then we will get get the sword. Well, we'll get one more session of training in. We'll get the sword back. And then we'll go on the quest.
Incense and soft music soothe your nerves as you cross the threshold. Each item in this shop is carefully mounted and displayed. Not the slightest defect can be detected on any item within.
I can never remember what room that guy was in.
You and the trainer practice for 3 hours. The trainer tells you to reflect on what you have learned and to see if you can put it to good use. That was happy enough with the knave and the griffin. Alright, so in that case... So this will let me train and then get my sword. We can be on our way. Well, sorry. Sword, train, and then buy as many spells as I can manage. Actually, I wonder if I can get it now. Wrong spot. So I may have to wait a few hours to get the sword back still. But training will take 3, so we will start with that.
the spells. And for that, I need to bring up my little sheet. Oh dear. This one is always hard to work out just because not every guild has the same spells. Apparently, yes, I do have Wither's Fire. Apparently, I don't have Strength Leech. That doesn't seem right. There it is. I just can't read. So apparently I don't have lightning yet. I also can't believe I didn't automatically buy a spell called God's Fire. Apparently I did. So that's 1,000 gold that I just wasted. very quickly getting to page 2 on this, which is gonna be a nightmare to find. Alright. That's a pretty good haul in my view. It's a bit light on gold, but I think this might be the wrong one. Nope. What? Why? What are you doing? Run for your lives. I think it's because I tried to sleep in the town rather than wait around. Oh, F off. All right. Alright, now the hour will make things a little difficult to find. course, the drawback of traveling recklessly is you sometimes wind up in there at the wrong time. Yeah, I want to talk to the lady. They won't let me talk to the lady. Could you tell me where Lord Castilian is?
Bit of a walk, just go northeast.
Thank you. Oh, that could be anywhere. We'll go northeast until we find a tower, or a tavern. Well, hello. Oh, alright.
It's a good story, it is. I hear that Lord Castilian has been backing to block Prince Helseth's war plans.
Not quite what I wanted, but you look like a reliable sort. Never mind.
Why would I help a complete stranger, especially one with your reputation?
But
You wouldn't have any problem doing a bit of smuggling for me, would you, Caius? There's a possibility of risk, but certainly a profit for both of us. Your share would be 352 gold pieces. What do you say?
I'd say I'd normally be for it, but I'm on another job.
In that case, I will deny ever having met you.
Hang on.
I suppose it's okay to tell you, the Woodfield residence is southeast of here, unless I'm mistaken.
Okay, Gaston, where's the wood? Alright, everybody says southeast. Wow. In fairness, southeast is a helpful instruction. It does narrow it down a bit. It would just be nice if I didn't have,
The letter has been opened. You exceeded the bounds of a courier, Caius.
I think he's mad. In fairness, it would be kind of nice if,
The Castilian has ordered your death. He wanted me to tell you that you knew too much.
In fairness, it would be kind of nice to know if there's, if you're actually physically altering the thing you're delivering. But I'll live with it. This time we'll just do it cautious because it's only 3 days, and I have a feeling he's gonna be mad that we opened his letter. Who the hell did that? That guy really wants me dead. He wore 2 helmets. Alright, so let's see what my friend has to say about this. I've probably just made a powerful enemy. No, you don't want to talk to me, huh? Fair enough. Although maybe I need to say something to him. At this point, I'll just go back and see what happens. actually going to do a quick wiki search on this to see if there's something I'm missing. It might just be that it doesn't let me complete the quest after I open the item. Alright, so it seems like it is that I can't complete the request with, it seems like that's the sort of the terminating point. Now I realize this is about half hour before I finish, but this seems like a good point to end on, so. Thank you everybody for watching. I think moving forward we will probably go to Sentinel first. Oh. We'll probably head to Sentinel first, just to take advantage of the proximity with the quest, and then moving forward, we'll probably follow up on the letter. Have a good night. We'll see you next time.